para servir a las personas que tienen más necesidad, las personas más excluidas.
Okay. Caritas belongs to the Catholic Church and is oriented to specifically to very vulnerable groups, the most excluded groups.
Caritas no es una ONG.
It's not an NGO, Caritas.
Es la Iglesia Católica.
It's the church. It's not an NGO, but it's the church.
Pero es una organización sin ánimo de lucro, no gubernamental, sin ánimo de lucro.
It's a non-profit organization, but it's not an NGO, it's the church. I didn't know that. I thought it was pensaba que era una ONG. Fíjate.
No es una ONG. Bueno, os voy a hablar de la organización aquí, ¿no? En Caritas. Bueno, Caritas es española, tiene 60 Caritas diocesanas repartidas a lo largo de todo el país.
Throughout the Spanish territory, they have 60 Caritas units. 60.
Cada una de las Caritas diocesanas, esta es Caritas diocesana de Santander, tiene Caritas parroquiales. En muchísimas iglesias hay servicio social de Caritas.
Okay. So these 60 units, each unit in their area, they are networked with the church of the area, and inside the church they have the social units that are linked to Caritas. It's a kind of top-down network in all the church.
De tal manera que nosotros tenemos información de primera mano sobre necesidades de las personas porque estamos en todo el territorio.
They have updated and constant information from the field all the time because they are inside and spread out in the territory.
Nosotros la ayuda de acción social la enfocamos o la vemos desde dos puntos de vista. Trabajamos con personas en situación de vulnerabilidad y trabajamos con personas en situación de exclusión social severa.
Okay. The social help, the line that they work in relation to social help, they work with vulnerable people and with excluded people. They have two different a differentiation here.
En el territorio trabajamos la vulnerabilidad con programas de atención primaria.
The vulnerable people, they work with primary programs. Sí.
Por ejemplo, en este momento, en las dificultades que estamos viviendo con efectos de la crisis, salimos al paso en atención primaria a dificultades económicas que tienen familias normalizadas, pero que en este momento pues, no pueden pagar su alquiler o no pueden pagar el recibo del agua, de la luz, la beca del comedor, todas estas necesidades, ¿no?
Okay. So, esas personas que están en situación vulnerable.
Spanish.
Spanish. In English. Yeah. Okay. This. Sorry again. The group that they consider vulnerable, they are working with this group throughout the territory. Usually are families and people that, for instance, right now, because of the crisis, they can't pay the bills, they can't pay the rent, they can't pay the food, or is really vulnerable due to a kind of different circumstances like the crisis.
Y por otro lado, trabajamos también desde programas que trabajan con personas en situación de exclusión severa, sin techo, mujer en situación de prostitución, VIH-Sida, etc.
So the other big group is the very excluded group. So HIV, homeless, prostitution, the very excluded one. So they make this differentiation and vulnerable and very excluded, and they work both.
No me gusta las etiquetas, no me gustan las etiquetas.
She didn't like labels.
De tal manera que intentamos trabajar con personas en situación de exclusión o personas que tienen una gran dificultad. sin etiquetas, porque hace unos años etiquetábamos tanto a las personas que había veces que las personas no nos entraban en los proyectos o programas.
She didn't like labels, so actually, currently, they have a kind of definition that they say that they work with people with problems and people with severe problems. Because in the past, they labeled so much the profiles, as they say, that there are people that they couldn't fit in any program. So, for instance, because a person didn't have HIV, the person couldn't participate in a program, for instance, which was ridiculous. Because so you couldn't ask a person to get HIV to take part of the program. So that's why they decide that they label things. The profile is nothing. So today they work with persons with problems and with severe problems.
No, I was gonna say if she could give us some, Carlota could give us some examples.
It's okay with this?
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah.
Nosotros ofrecemos una serie de servicios.
We offer a series of services.
Porque nuestra labor es acompañar a la persona, me refiero en el caso de personas en una situación de exclusión social severa, acompañar procesos de las personas hasta conseguir los objetivos que en ese acompañamiento se acuerdan.
Okay, the objective is to get along with people in their process. This is the objective that they have, no? So they go along with them. It's not a question that to go there and to provide a service. As they belong to the church, it's the main philosophy of the church, so they accompany them during the process.
Los acompañamientos algunas veces no tienen final.
They are endless accompaniments, in the sense that this action of go along is something endless.
Las personas que nosotros acompañamos son socialmente las personas que ya fueron acompañadas en muchos proyectos, programas, tienen muchísima problemática, confluyen en ello una serie de problemas que difícilmente pueden ser recuperables sociolaboralmente.
100%. Okay.
100%.
These severe cases, that these excluded groups, that they provide service, usually are people that took part of different programs and didn't work, and they end up here. So they have such a hard job or hard situation that it's very difficult to recover 100%. So they go along with them, whatever is needed.
Al principio trabajábamos en fases. Primera fase de personas, primera fase, segunda fase, tercera fase, itinerarios.
Okay.
A nosotros no nos funciona.
At the beginning they worked in phases, first phase, second phase, or itineraries, but she said that at the end this doesn't work.
El acompañamiento a la persona no es un proceso lineal, es una espiral.
To go along with a person is not a linear process, it's a spiral.
Algunas veces damos 2 pasos hacia adelante y 3 atrás.
Sometimes you go 2 steps ahead and then you have to come back 3 steps.
Pero lo importante es que la persona sienta que otro está con él en la espiral y en los pasos adelante y atrás, y siempre hay alguien ahí con él.
But the most important thing for them is that the other person see that there are someone with him or with her in the spiral or in the steps, whatever, is ahead or back.
Porque el acompañamiento es bidireccional. Yo acompaño a la persona y la persona me acompaña a mí en mi proceso vital.
Because this process of getting along is bilateral, it's not bidirectional. Two-way. Both at the end, they both go together because they go along with him and he goes along with the tutor to say it's a vital process for both of them at the end.
Es un poco la filosofía de la relación que se establece. ¿Y queréis que os explique talleres?
Sí, los programas exactamente.
Como nosotros trabajamos con personas con un nivel tan deteriorado algunas veces, nuestro objetivo en ese camino de inserción sociolaboral no pasa más que por un taller en el que la persona recupera hábitos prelaborales.
In relation to, as the profile of this kind of people is so severe, usually what they do is a kind of a pre-labor workshop where they start learning very, very basic competences for the labor market, but very basic ones. ¿Podrías dar un ejemplo?
De hábitos que se